up, guys? We are out here at the range once again. Today is a very special video. Today we are going to do a first impressions, first shots out of a brand new gun that I'm going to be shooting for the rest of the year until Race Gun Nationals in October over in Utah. Registration hasn't opened up yet, but as soon as it does, I'm jumping on it because that is the goal for this year, is to go to Nationals in October. And not only that, but to go to Nationals shooting this specific gun. And well, we'll just get it out and start with it. The gun is in this case. It is by Gibson Custom Guns, and it is nicknamed El Gordo. This is it, y'all. This thing, I haven't shot it yet. I've been looking at it. I've dry fired it a little bit. The trigger's amazing. The weight is incredible. I helped Mitch with a video, and he was shooting it, and he liked it so much that he wanted one for himself, so he might build himself a clone of this thing. But this is the new blaster. If you guys want a technical review of it, Mitch posted a video on his YouTube channel, which I will link in the description. Mitch gave me a spec sheet here, which we'll read off so you guys can check that out real quick. Okay. Oh, there's a lot. The slide is a Warwick Tactical 9mm tri-top, which Mitch says that he has flattened. Not sure what that means, but looks flat to me. It is built on a Chile Custom Guns extra wide frame. So as y'all can see, this thing is extra chunky here. It's got extra material, which just adds more weight to the frame, which means you need a slide stop that is a little longer so it protrudes all the way through correctly. But it is extra chunky, which also means I need a holster that will fit an extra chunky frame. I just can't stick this in the holsters that I have right now for 2011s. I do have a Red Hill tactical holster on order, and I am also waiting for the Range Panda Apex holster to drop so that I can get like an open style holster for this thing, which I think would look pretty sick on the belt. But all right, back on this thing. The grip is a Chile E2 stainless, so not only is it an extra wide frame, but it is also a full stainless grip. The magwell, of course, is the Chile proprietary magwell for these grips. The barrel is a Cart 9mm bull barrel, which this thing is extra chunky. You could probably shoot major loads out of this thing. Mitch has polished the feed ramp on this thing. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me clean that off. See if you can focus on it.
Fat ass.
So Mitch has lasered fat ass bitch on this thing because the gun weighs 58 ounces with an empty magazine. I think that's the heaviest gun I think I've ever shot. My CZs were pretty heavy with the brass grips on them, but those were only like 48 ounces with the brass. So this thing's even heavier than that. So let's see what else Mitch has got here. I like single-sided safeties. Don't really have a purpose or a reason to have ambi because my hand rides up so high right here. I sometimes inadvertently activate it, or it just feels like a hot spot right here on my hand. So I don't really like double-sided safeties. Plus the single-sided safety is a single bar that goes through, and it doesn't have that coupling thing like an ambi does. But this makes takedown incredibly easier. It's just one pin all the way through. This has a Nighthawk extractor, which Mitch has tuned up to the right tension. The ignition kit is from Extreme Engineering. And man, this trigger, I haven't scaled it yet, but oh, it is sub 3, sub 2.5. I want you guys to see the reset right there. Hammer's back, ready to fire. Ugh. And then the reset's just right there, dude. Like, this thing's gonna shoot fast. If I'm not shooting fucking 10 splits with this thing, I need to give it back to Mitch, and we need to call this whole thing off. I think he said it had a 9-pound recoil spring. That feels very light. I wish you guys could rack this back because it is buttery smooth. It is the smoothest damn slide I've ever racked back. Oh.
I shoot major loads out of this thing.
Mitch likes to use the stock STI trigger shoes. He says that it's because it's the lightest trigger shoe out there that helps you shoot faster. I don't really know. I shot aluminum red dirt triggers pretty fast, down to like 10 splits If this thing makes me go faster, that'd be incredible, just by making this a plastic trigger shoe. Besides that, I think that's kind of it. Personally, this E2 grip is what fits in my hand the absolute best. It is what I can index the easiest. Like every time I pull the gun up, there's no searching for the dot. It is just there. Now, like as far as like my involvement in the build, I didn't really have much to say. The idea was for me to take this gun and shoot with it, practice with it, make this content with it. I just want to see Mitch succeed, so I'm gonna do everything I can to help him do that. I think Mitch is a very smart guy, and he's a good friend of mine, and I would love nothing more to see him be very successful with this endeavor. I think the only say I really had was the optic I was gonna run, the single-sided safety, and I influenced the Gibson logo etching on it, which Mitch don't really like. But besides that, I was like, dude, just do your thing. Mitch is just starting to learn how to build these in certain ways, like aesthetically. He knows how to build the guns mechanically, but he's figuring out the style of the guns. And I think the more he builds, the more style he's gonna have developed. But I think the gun's gorgeous. It is coated in Right Armory's NT7. We'll see how this starts wearing. It is coated all over with it, even the barrel, even the magwell. One thing, just me, to kind of balance the gun out with coloring and stuff, I might switch this out to a black magwell, just because it would balance out the black sight, the black trigger, and then a black magwell. I just think that would kind of, little finishing touch kind of thing. So I might swap this out for a black one. I just think it'll look a little bit better. All right, so like I said in the beginning of this video, what we're doing today is first shots, first impressions. I've been around this gun while it's being shot, and it's taken every ounce of restraint in me not to grab it and start shooting it, because I really wanted this first reaction to be honest for y'all to see it. I'm super excited about this. It is an honor that Mitch trusts me and thinks of me enough to make a gun that I can represent him as a company. That means a lot to me. So that being said, I said it on the Silly Optics video, but I'll say it again here, and I'll say it every time now after this. Thank you to Mitch with Gibson Custom Guns. If you guys want to check out his guns, please go to gibsoncustomguns.com, find Gibson Innovation on social media, or follow me on social media at Lou405photo across everything. And of course, y'all got the YouTube channel lined out. I will be posting photos and content and my journey to Race Gun Nationals in October. We've got 4 months to get trained up. You know, for as long as I've been shooting, I've never been to nationals. So I am very, very excited to do that now that I am able to. Another channel sponsor is Shooters Global. You can get $15 off your Shooters Global order by using code LOU15. I get a little kickback from you guys using my code, and that helps me buy ammo, that helps me buy gas to come to the range, that helps me to keep making this content that you guys are really responding to and watching. All right guys, first shots with the Gibson Custom Guns Praetorian, aka Old Gordo. Here we go. This thing even does that awesome. That was fantastic, dude. Cool, well now that we broke the gun in and christened it, I just wanna start getting used to the recoil impulse. Every gun always recoils a little differently. The CZs are kind of snappy guns. I think my CZ springed with like an 11-pound recoil spring. This has a 9. This also, it weighs more, so the recoil is gonna feel totally different, I think. I'm also running 507 comp on this gun, which has a smaller MOA dot than the Vortex 5 MOAs. So that'll be a little bit to get used to, but I don't think it's gonna take very long to do that. I'm at 7 yards here with this target. I'm just gonna shoot some doubles just to see what that feels like. We're shooting some 124 grain Blazer 9mm ammo. And again, no holster guys, so just going from a low ready. Wow. Okay. Man, that dot barely moves when I'm really gripping it. Oh man, show them that target over there. But Charlie on the top left was, I think, my third or fourth shot, just getting used to the recoil. But I wish you guys could see what I see behind the gun. The dot barely moves. It doesn't even leave the window. So when I really started hammering it down, you can see how a lot of those were touching. So we're just gonna vary the speed of the splits depending on how close our targets are. We're gonna switch between predictive and reactive shooting. So we're gonna go to 5 yards and just blast away real quick, and then we're gonna move it back on a timer, because I am curious to see how this thing splits. All right, here we go. There we go. Picking up the speed. Man, 1911 style trigger is a lot different than a CZ style trigger. I did hit a 13 split. You guys can look at the target over here. So I was hitting, best split out of that was a 13. I was hitting some 15s, 16s, a 14. First time out with this thing, it's already hitting 13 splits. And also me being removed from this platform for what, 6-8 months since I started shooting the shadows. But look at this goddamn target. I know we're at 5 yards, but those shots are just right there. Predictive shooting, I just see a flash of red kind of going up and down. So what we're gonna do is we have a lion toucher here that's still in alpha. We have a Charlie just outside of the A zone. We're gonna step back a couple more yards and then keep shooting doubles. I thought it was gonna feel too heavy, but it doesn't. Oh man. Okay. I am blown away by this recoil, dude. The gun is barely moving. It's got a 9-pound spring, but it doesn't feel sluggish moving back and forth, which I didn't know what to expect with such a light recoil spring. We're gonna go again. Oh, a little high there. God damn it, dude. This fucking thing's awesome. All right, so this is the doubles. I had one flyer that I just pressed the trigger on a little too soon. That was me. But you can see the majority of the shots are going in this big ass hole right here. I'm out of ammo right now. I'm gonna go load up and step it back to 15, and then we'll step back to maybe 20 and then see how this thing's doing. Did a rough 0, but we're gonna see if I can shoot that fly. Oh, this thing's shooting a little up and to the right. Oh, I think I got it, dude. This thing is not shooting up and to the right. I wish you were focused on the target. Fly guts right there, guys. I just nailed a huge ass horse fly from 10 yards with this thing. All right, so we're still shooting doubles real quick. I wanna move on to a different drill after this, but we're doing doubles at 10. It is muggy out here today. All right, here we go. Man, those were all in there. And I was splitting, probably, best split was a 17, a couple of 20s, some 19s. Everything's still in the A zone down there, guys. All right, let's step back another 5 yards or so, maybe more. We're here at about maybe 20 yards, and I just want to see how this thing shoots, how the dot comes back with, now we're doing reactive shooting where all the way up to 10, I was still only seeing a flash of red up and down in the A zone. So now we're here at 20, and I purposely will have to see the dot settle and then shoot. All right, here we go. All right, I'm shooting a little high. I'm not letting the dot settle as much as I need to. Again, a little bit of growing pain here. I don't think I was letting the gun settle. These are our fly hits here, but I don't think I was letting the gun settle as much as I needed to. So I was popping them off a little high. I've got one more mag here with me. I wanna shoot a bill drill from low ready here at 7, just to see how fast I can split this thing for a bill drill. For the Oklahoma sectional, which Mitch is the match director for, I am sponsoring a bill drill challenge. We're gonna crown the Oklahoma State bill drill champion. And just because I'm sponsoring the damn thing don't mean I ain't gonna try my best to win that damn. We're giving out a wrestling championship type belt for the champ, and then we'll do it again at the next year's sectional, and whoever wins that has to hand off the belt, much like wrestling. But it's gonna be a bill drill challenge, so we're gonna that's something we're gonna be working on this year, because I want that title. All right, so we're here at 7 yards. Okay, this gun wanted to go a lot faster than I was ready for. I had a 2 Charlies up high because it split so fast that I was not ready for it. I had a 13 split. This thing's already splitting 13, dude. God damn it, this thing's gonna be so fast. All right, here we go again. All right, those were all in there. That was a little more controlled with a 15 split, 1 Charlie. All right, here we go. Oof, I was a little high on it. 15 split. So 15 splits my kind of my baseline. I know I can split faster. If I'm already splitting 15s with this thing and the occasional 13, I think 13 and 12 splits are gonna be pretty common with this thing. All right, I am still shooting a little high. I'm not used to the CZs. I wasn't as fast with them in my split times. So the recoil impulse feels totally different. This feels more like a push, and the CZs felt more like a snap. Nothing wrong with how they recoil individually. It's just the characteristic of the gun itself. And I've just been blasting. I think I've shot 8,000 rounds by now out of my Shadow 2s, maybe 10. And I'm just used to that impulse, right? Used to that trigger and everything. So, all right, we're gonna go again till we're done with this mag. All right, here we go. That was gonna be fast, dude. 13 split. That 5 shot right there was a 17, 15, 14, 13 split. So I was moving them up. Again, not super impressive here because I'm not used to the trigger. Once I get a holster for this thing and really start ripping on it, it's gonna be a fast one, man. Jesus Christ. I only brought about 200-300 rounds out here with us today, and I'm down to my last 3 mags. It is a hot and sweaty day out here, as you guys can tell. I'm already feeling pretty gross out here. Just want to see how this thing is going to transition. I hope that I am not trying to over muscle the gun with the extra weight, and I'm swinging past the targets a little bit. All right, here we go. All right, not bad. It actually stops on target pretty damn good. All right, let's go again. I think I need to speed up my transition time because it feels like it's double than my split time. I'm doing 19, 18 splits and about 40 transitions. I'm gonna get rid of that target and we're gonna go to just these 2. 2, 2, 2. Here we go. All right, I did overswing it, but that's more me than the gun. So we're gonna go 1, 1, 2. I saw Jerry Michelik and Lena Michelik do this in one of their videos. All right, we're gonna keep going on it. Here we go. Oh man, there are some shots in the sea, but when I was locked in, the gun was just going exactly where it needed to go. Jesus Christ, man, this thing's awesome. I'm down to just 3 rounds and I'm gonna let Alyssa shoot this thing. Go for it whenever, babe. Aww.
The last one.
What'd you think? I mean, you shoot your compensated Prodigy.
Yeah.
And that's a really soft shooting gun. How does this thing shoot?
Still pretty soft.
Does it feel really heavy?
No, but I just shot mine that has like the flashlight and everything on it, so it feels about the same.
Okay.
There's a lizard.
Look at that thing hauling ass.
But yeah, it's nice, and actually it's easy with this dot, which I normally
don't do very well. Here, I'll switch you. All right, well, that is it for us out here at the range today, guys. I am already hella impressed with this gun. I was able to bust out some 13 splits on target at 5, at 7, 10 yards. I was shooting 15 splits. I'm gonna get this thing dirty, man. It's already looking pretty nasty. It's gonna look even nastier because I'm gonna shoot the shit out of this thing. Planning to do a lot of training in the next 4 months, 4 nationals, and this thing's gonna be getting put through its paces. Midge is predicting this thing's gonna go hundreds of thousands of rounds before it ever needs to get anything refitted. This isn't a 50,000 round gun where the barrel goes and you have to get it refit after 50, 60,000. It's gonna go hundreds of thousands. Mitch is cutting no corners when it comes to quality. He's predicting this thing to just go the distance like that. So like I was saying earlier, guys, I don't have a holster set up for this thing yet. I did order another Red Hill tactical holster, but this thing's so fat it does not fit into normal 2011 holsters. Hopefully that gets in here within a week or 2. Going forward, the next practices that you're gonna be seeing me do are gonna be with my Springfield Prodigy that Mitch has also raced up. We are full into limited optics right now, rebuilding kind of the gun kit. We're gonna be buying some new more magazines. We're just gonna be putting these guns through the paces, getting used to the manual of arms. It's a little different. So you will be seeing this gun all over my social media, all over this YouTube channel, along with the other gun that Mitch has also raced up. That is it for me and El Gordo out here today. We will see you guys next time out at the range.